Okay, folks, Street Jew is back. When the Band-Aid comes off, the truth comes out. So now I have here. I was not feeling well for a week. There's a bug going around here, but I have here. We'll get started. 4 articles. One's actually 4 pages from the Jerusalem Post. Articles from Ynet. Here, Ynet. Hebron evictions cause political strife. Israel National News, Eretz Sheva, PM, Israel to authorize return of evicted Hevron residents. Joke. Okay, we'll get to that. Let me just continue. Jerusalem Post, with a 4-pager, Netanyahu backs Yalon, but it says Hevron settlers can return if permits okayed. Settlers. Okay, and then we have here, compromise on Hebron buildings expected amid coalition brawl. And I'm actually going to start with the paper that I think is, I won't even, pull up horror. It's total rag. But Ynet is as liberal as they get. And I actually like the Ynet article. The fact that it's short and concise, and you can see here. So let me kick into high gear right here. Let's go over the article. It says Hebron, as I showed you, Hebron evictions cause political strife. The government's internal squabbles continue as Bayit Yehudi, that's Naftali Bennett's party, and Likud members take aim at Yalon for evicting settlers in Hebron. Now, I'm going to put in the comments below where you'll see a couple of links. One in Joshua, okay, and I could put a few. I could put the link about Joseph, where Joseph leaves from Hebron to go to see his brothers, and of course the main link where Abraham buys the cave of Machpelah from the Hittite. Okay? He buys the cave. He weighs out the gold. This has been our town for over 3,000 years, folks. Over 3,000 years. If there's anything about a settler, then we are re-settlers. Resettling a town that was taken from us several occasions. Okay. But now that all being said, the government internal squabbles continue as Bayit Yehudi and Likud members take aim at Yalon for evicting settlers in Hebron. I will not compromise on legal matters, Yalon says in a response. Now his legal matters, he's talking about British mandate and Turkish law and whatever law, in the last Roman law, whatever law, Israel has been subjected to over the last 2,000 years, negating any type of Torah law. This is the law that Yalon likes to hang to, and we're going to do a video about Bogi Yalon because I've had him up to Okay. So Bayit Yehudi party made grave accusations against Defense Minister Yalon on Friday as part of their criticism over the eviction of Jewish residents, I'm not using that S word, in disputed homes in Hebron. During a terror wave, the defense minister is diligently and uncompromisingly and closed-mindedly working to throw Jews out of their homes. That's the official party statement, so that was approved by the man who is sliding quick. That's right, Naftali, babes. You sliding. Whoosh. Okay, in response, Yalon said, I have no intention of compromising when law is broken. Minister Yalon, defenseless Minister Yalon, what law? What law? Certainly not Jewish law. Absolutely not Jewish law. Now, he called for ministers and MKs and other elected officials to act responsibly, act Hellenistically, to temper their statements. villages, because they use the S word again there. I don't know if you can see it, but they're using it, right? See it there? I circled it. Villages. Claims regarding purchase, security, and stately aspects. Okay, so what is he saying? He's saying settlements are important to me. Sorry. I can't even give a straight face because he's such a liar. Okay, so Jewish villages are important to me, and I work to aid them. I will not compromise on legal matters, Yalon continued. The claims regarding purchased homes will be examined, as will security and stately aspects. So what he's saying is, first I'm going to check if they were legally purchased. They were. Okay. Then he's going to say that I'm going to check on security. So now he's going to negate things. He's going to say, oh, wait a minute. You people can't live here because, I don't know how to keep you secure because I got no whats, none of them, and I can't keep you safe. And then he's going to say stately aspects, so in other words, politics. So the politicians say no, and then he can also say no that he can't keep us safe. Then he can negate them living there. Okay, and we'll get to that because there's so many lies and just so many scoundrels in this country, and their words are. I just have got to go over their words and how they use them, and just total political. Fertilizer. Okay, now, but there is some bright lights in this. Okay, we've got, and I wrote six. Okay, 6 really good people. Okay, we have MK Bezalel Smotrich. I'm gonna give you the biggest shout out. Also, Yoay Kish. Okay, Smotrich is in Bayit Yehudi in Bennett's party. Yoay Kish is a Likudnik. Okay. Also, Ayoob Kara and Oren Hazan, and they're both Likud. Okay. Miri Regev, another Likudnik. Woof. 4 people in Likud that I actually like, and then of course Tzipi, Hotolevy. She's not in this article, but there you go. There's a 5er for you, maybe a 5er of pretty decent Likudniks. Okay, so Smotrich is leading the charge here. Him and MK Yoay Kish, who are the co-heads of there's a Knesset Land and Israel lobby, stated there is no justification for evacuating the new homes purchased for the Jews in Hebron. It would have been more proper to investigate the matter while they were living in the homes, not after the eviction, and while respecting the rule of law. So Yalon could have easily, put a stay of eviction. Not even, he's the one who wrote the eviction, so not even a stay of eviction. He just couldn't, sign the orders in the first place. And said, you know what, you guys can stay there pending all of the, due diligence that we have to do. Okay, so Smotrich was joined in his threats of not attending government votes by MK's Ayoob Kara and Oren Hazan, both of Likud. MK Hazan warned the coalition should not bring anything up for a vote on Monday. That would be tomorrow. I'm doing this video on Sunday. I informed the chairpersons of the branches of the Likud in Kiryat Arba that we have had our fill, Hazan added. It is unacceptable for the defense minister to have his own private policy, especially during this wave of terrorism we're going through. So what's happening here is we are having massive amounts of stabbings and vehicular attacks, all sorts of attacks going on here. And one thing Arabs, they get bold when they see the government going after Jews and doing things against the Jews. It gives them even more power because they say the government's with us, the government's on our side, and basically the government is with them, and the government is on their side. So they see this and they say, wow, the tide is on our, is coming in our direction. The pendulum is swinging towards us. And let's go for it, boys. Let's go for it now while we can. And girls too. And all these little terrorists. Okay. MK Hazan said, what's happening is now is a continuation of what I've decreed for a long time in the security policy of the defense minister. It is clear that those who purchase the homes with their money can enter it, just like in Tel Aviv, should be just like in Hebron. What is the difference? Why are you differentiating? Now, I know it's a military zone, and I can hear all that information, from all y'all, but this is something that it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable that the city where our patriarchs and matriarchs are buried, okay, the cave where they're buried, and the city that they lived in. I've even been in Sarah as well. I've done a mikveh in Sarah as well. This is a city that has a history and a heritage back to the first Jews. And for us to deny this is just absurd. Now I'm going to jump, because I'm coming up on very little time, to really the worst article out of all of them, the garbage article, okay? Eretz Sheva. I mean, look, I even put a line, if you can see the line there. Like, this much of the article is about this. Israel to authorize return of evicted Hevron residents. Okay, so here, I'm just going to settlements, which I say is villages, rule of law, and within a week. Total fabrication, total lie, total fertilizer. Okay? The last house, and I'll get to it in the article, the longest article, which is the Jerusalem Post article, I'll get to it. But it clearly states in this Jerusalem Post article, the last house that was bought in Israel, and I'll get to it, was 2012, in Hebron, Israel, was 2012, and nobody's still living there. Nobody yet living there. Okay? This is the 4th year that house has been around. Now, I'm going to put on this, underneath this video also, the Twitter handles for Smotrich, okay, for Ayoob Kara, for Oren Hazan, for Yoav Kish, and Tzipi Hotolevy, and Miri Regev. Because these people are really good people. In this one article, and I'll get to it at the end, but because it's the longest one, and I'll have to read it, but Miri said that it's a blessing. It's not in the longest one, sorry, it's in the, I apologize, it's in the Ynet article. That Miri Regev says, here, look at what she says at the bottom there, okay? Miri Regev, Likud, said redeeming land in Israel is a blessed act, especially in the city of Hebron. See that, folks? Now, that's a good egg. That is a good egg. So, it is really a shame that we have a guy who he's not even, Likud is a joke. They're not right-wing at all. They're like right at the center, like the 12 o'clock, okay? Maybe they're like, when it's like 12:30 and the big hand is like, a little bit, not even at the 1. This is what we're talking about with Likud, and especially a guy who was brought up as a labor Zionist, okay, who really is clearly Hellenistic in almost every way possible, who thinks in one of these articles will state, I believe that's the long article, states that he thinks he's going to take over. He's like, allegedly, when Netanyahu retires, he thinks that he's going to be the head of the party. At least that's what he's vying for. So that's why all of these people, if that's really true, and that's really in the back of the Likud, the whispers and hushes in the closed door sessions by Likud, then these MKs that I spoke about, they really need to get with their own party. They need to get with Feiglin if they want, because he was in Likud. They really need to form a new party and get with a better program. Alright, so I'm going to get to the next part of this video, and then we'll take it from there.